So close, but fuck me. What you say? Oh, we're not talking to
Yeah.
you. What'd you say?
What?
So what'd you say?
What do you mean?
You came back and was like,
Sure.
What are you looking for? Paper towels. You want paper towels? You're welcome. Are you okay? Did I send you the link? Okay, just making sure. So you told Supa I was his father. So you told Supa I was his father. Oh, that's okay. Hello?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like that. What's wrong?
right, that's it. Two more stages.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about it? Or do you just want me to shut up?
No.
How the fuck do you move faster than that? I fucking saw it coming. I did. Fuck, I forgot that. I'm focusing on this. I should probably put this mistake. That's 3 minutes and 33 seconds left. 3 minutes, 33 seconds, and good luck. So I'll probably take another couple. He does a 360, that's hit you 3 times. Twice. Dodge again, yeah, dodge the second. Or just one more. Special sword slash, you eventually get to the second phase. Just Right, it's not the charge up when you got I just set it up like that. No? Alright. That's something. Yes. I didn't even take that. Yes. Okay. Okay. That's all I get. For the damage by 7%. That's all. That's all I get. Okay. I'll accept it. It was fun. I won't deny it. It's not cool. Let me look around. That's what I usually do. Oh, that's what it was, the question mark things. A new level. The final trial is not available. Ah, that's cool. I'll do that before. I'll try it out. You can't even use health potions in that shit.
When did you get so big?
But I really think this to use shut off. And that's, I think that's enough. I'm not gonna do a bounty. Let's just do a story mission. That should be my house. Like, it was difficult, man. Because when I tell you, it was like, it's like this adrenaline rush you get. Like, when you're 1 HP, but the boss is also 1 HP, and you think you can do it, and then you dodge the attack just to find out the second attack. Okay, you dodge the second attack just to find out he does a third attack, and he just carries on, and you get hit by it. You're like, no!
How are we supposed
almost,
to do our duty when the
I was
hills
so
are
upset
crawling with
myself.
a Kashik and the valleys are full of ether?
I thought I had
How
it bad.
indeed. My men
You
and I
did.
lost an entire day avoiding
You
a
did.
flood that wasn't there a fortnight ago.
Clive? But if you're here, where the hell is everyone else? Don't tell me. They're all right. But it's a long story.
Also, to tell you what happened,
You lot don't do things by
that was the
halves,
best
do
thing in this
you?
part. Jill
Well, at least
protected
everyone's
us,
still
and I
breathing.
think she got kidnapped.
Now, as for these writings, I'm sorry to say, Clive,
Yeah,
but if
she
you
like.
had those...
So you know how we can like turn into like monsters and shit, or those big monster fights. I turn into like a big. There's multiple ones. There's Garuda, there's Titan, there's Ifrit, there's Phoenix, there's Bahamut, there's Odin, the Knight. I haven't gone up against them yet, but you've seen the rest. The only one you probably haven't seen is Garuda, because that's when I first started playing the game. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. But Garuda, I love her design so much. It's so cool. She's like this wind monster. And she just does like wind attacks, and she's very big and clawy. She's cool. Um, Shiva's this elegant ice monster. Not you can't even call her a monster. She's like an ice queen. She like shoot ice and shit. And I beat a boss, and Odin showed up, and then he beat my ass. So Shiva was like, okay, I'm gonna buy you guys enough time so you can escape. And we thought she was dead, but we can still for her diva's presence. I mean, her diva's fucking hell. Time to get on Overwatch. Her dominant presence. So we know she's alive, but she's most likely kidnapped.
Be sitting under a pile of rubble, I know. But we were able to save a few bits and pieces from the ruins, most of which ended up being used to build this place. The more personal items we gave to the next of kin. In the case of Sid's things, that would have been mid. Then I'll check the workshop.
Mid. A complaint I also have for this game, my very first complaint, is that whenever you make it to like a certain point in the story, it gives you like a million side quests. Right? You're like, okay, just finish this main quest, and then like 50 different side quests show up like things. Like, oh wait, let's check it real quick.
Master Sid, have you seen His Highness the Prince? We were to dine together, or so I was going to suggest. Before he vanished, that is. I suppose now I'll just have to ask the Bard.
It's always fun listening to her. Not really fun, but like, I guess interesting.
If
Good
Amber
performance
and
and
Lazarus
basically
are gone,
romanticize every single man.
do you think Mid's ship will ever sail?
But what was I saying? Oh, complain about how they get. Yeah, they give you a million side quests out of nowhere. Like, I know I can always, like, I'm gonna do them, but I also want to do them. You know? 'Cause I don't
This
know
looks like it's from Sid's old
I was
diary,
gonna do the side quests after I finish all the main things.
but you'll already have read it.
Boring.
I'd better keep looking.
So, yeah, it's just weird. Plus, the majority, like, there's some good side quests, and then the rest are just like shit.
What do we have here?
What do you mean when we find yourself?
Sid's pipes.
You're a millionaire. Hire
Something
some
tells me
good
Mid
life.
won't be needing these.
I did find them. I did it. He didn't even pay me much. He gave me like 1,000. That was it. It took like 20 minutes. Oh, sorry.
I remember seeing this doll in Sid's cellar. I wonder if it was Mid's.
Where is Mid? Oh, she's working on the show.
What's this tucked inside it?
Well, I'm looking for her stuff. I don't understand.
Sid's
Maybe
best
split show.
invention.
Understand.
That sounds promising.
Oh right, we gotta find stuff.
So Sid hid something in Mid's first opus. But what would that be? Perhaps Otter might know.
Also, when we beat the that big dragon space fight thing, Ultima, the fake child dude that they movie in the game, he like clouded up the entire fucking world, so now we can't see the sun. There's so much of the sun. And monsters are attacking everything.
My boils if Tyre ain't around, eh?
Where is she? Can I get this shit? I gotta have something.
How may I help you today, Clive?
Let's just be good.
Your benefactors are a generous lot.
Oh, 20. Okay.
20 what?
So I'm 20.
All done?
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling with it?
Well, did you find anything? Possibly. You wouldn't happen to know what Mid's first opus was?
Opus? That girl's as tone deaf as a banshee. Unless you mean the orchestrion. She couldn't have been more than what, 11, 12 when she cobbled that thing together? It surprised us all. Not least her dad. You should have seen how proud he was of the little scamp. What's that battered old box had to do with anything?
I think Sid may have hidden something inside it.
Wouldn't surprise me. Those two and their bloody treasure hunts. Half the things in the hideaway were hidden one time or another.
Cole said it was an
Oh,
army of a
now I think about it, there's another child that I discovered, but it was not after. I'll come back to it. Oh, well,
I didn't break it. Well, I didn't break it.
What didn't you break?
Nothing. We didn't break nothing. We definitely didn't break the orchestrion.
What's wrong with it?
It's broken. Except when it isn't. See?
And you had nothing to do with this?
Nope, nothing. We just wanted to listen to all the songs at once. So we pressed all the buttons. Like this.
good idea.
See?
All too well. All right, out of the way.
Cute. Stab, stab, stab.
Snap, snap, snap.
Stab, stab, stab.
There's something caught on one of the gears.
Oh,
Did you
I'm not
break
looking.
it? Can you fix it?
No, I mean, yeah, yes. There. How about now?
For spoiling it, no one's
Sid
ever.
fixed it! He more than fixed it! Yeah, new music!
Never heard this one before.
They started playing when I removed this. Whatever it is.
Well, don't look at me. I can tell you it's important, though. Sid showed it to me once and said as much. Said it was the stuff dreams were made of. Let's just hope it's the stuff ships are made of as well.
Indeed. Let's see if we can make some dreams come true.
Trying to shoot it. I have 10,000 points. I might as well spend it, fall out a little bit. Excuse me, I said.
Just the two I was looking for.
Aye, aye. Lose a patient.
Actually, yes. The Crown Prince just left.
Dion left.
Unless you've another word for stood up and walked off. Yes, left.
You can stop
He did
it.
have the decency to leave a message with Obelisk before commandeering one of his dinghies. Should we go after him?
No. We're not the Prince's keepers. He's free to do as he sees fit.
I'd rather he did so in bed. His wounds are nowhere near healed. Much like yours, I suspect. Otto told me what happened in Canver. What is it with this realm's princes and their aversion to rest?
Ask me when I get back. Though I may be sometime.
Then at least try to stay safe.
Thank you. Goodbye, Spyro.
And if that fails, try to stay alive, eh?
Every moment I waste here, the further the flagship sails. I have to get back.
Who's this X person? Well, he was trying to like so. Not very swag. See what I mean? Why the fuck am I hit up with 30 billion quadrillion West? This one's like mission mean.
Because you're never done.
I'm tired. I'm tired.
Welcome to the Patron's
You're never
Whisper.
done.
Come
You're
to
never
claim
done.
your just desserts.
You kitty busy.
They're done. You're done when they say so.
Here you are.
Who timed this thing out for a week? Oh, it was most likely Shadow. Can I put your boobs in my mouth?
Come again. I may have more for you.
No, thank you. What do you?
All right, Clive.
I
Blackfoot
swear,
told me you
if
helped
it's
him
the
out again.
blacksmith again.
Tough for that. Speaking of which,
God damn,
Worried.
I have no personality.
it's a bit of
Don't
a
you? There's
so-
like,
and
I see you're not talking with the blacksmith.
no, because
I'd speak to
I've
him
done
again.
like 40 different
Well,
missions for this nigga.
I suppose there's
What
no
keeps
point
happening?
leaving him to stew.
Oh, I'm
Cheers,
depressed
Clive.
because I saw this guy's
I'll
handiwork
be sure
was
to
better
pay him
than
a visit
mine.
as soon as I have a moment.
Gosh.
all right, I'll meet you by the forge then. You come along when you're ready.
Fuck it, man. Like, this is the third one. And then he sends me out to get materials, and you go get the materials. I find out you have to fight this fucking get Griffith with 30 billion health. You have to sit there with Griffith. There's another one. Ugh. Go for something simple, like in a hideaway. I don't mind mission style, like in a hideaway. It's just a few steps away. I don't want to travel across the fucking continent. Just a visual fucking, a single piece of metal. Like, let this be a visual or something. Like, I have an entire army of niggas. That's a crazy
Bloody
part.
hell, Clive.
I'm the leader.
This
I said,
again.
probably should have this
You've
24
got better things to do with your time.
That remains to be seen. August tells me he showed you a ring, and that the sight of it clearly upset you. Would you mind telling us why?
Come on, mate. Bottling it up ain't gonna help no one. If it weren't the ring, and it was something I said, then I'm sorry.
It was the ring, right? It brought back some unhappy memories, that's all. Memories better left forgotten.
Memories of what?
There are things we'd all rather leave behind, Blackthorn. But sometimes it helps to talk about them.
And sometimes it doesn't. Is that so hard to understand?
Don't be like that.
Fine. If it'll get you off my back. That ring he flashed was the work of Zoltan. We apprenticed together, back in the day.
You've never mentioned him before.
Why would I? Ain't seen him in decades, and the last time I did, we almost came to blows. The ring brought it all back. I could tell it was one of his the moment I saw it. Vast has improved, though. More than I thought possible. That thing's a work of art.
So it was a nice ring. Worth a few gil, maybe. What's it matter to you?
It matters, because engraving metal's a nightmare, and I've got no bloody idea how he managed it. The fact is, I couldn't make anything even half that detailed.
So what? You're an armorer, not a jeweler.
I'm the Hideaway's master craftsman. I'm not stealing a living at some backwater village forge. My armor keeps you lot safe and my swords keep you dangerous. As far as I'm concerned, every swing of my hammer's another blow struck in the name of our cause. So I put my heart and soul into my work. Because the curse breakers deserve better than second best. And I refuse to be shown up by the likes of Sultan.
Very well. Why don't we go and pay him a visit? Learn his secret.
I doubt he'd be too happy to see me.
Then just this once. Make peace with being second best. Swallow your pride, and focus all your energies on the task at hand. Keeping the curse breakers armed and armored. Provided you can do that, you'll hear no complaints from me. But if you can't, and it's going to distract you, we need to do something about it.
What'd you say, Blackthorn? You know he's right.
I just seen those bullshit.
So, just got that on.
Good.
If it's knowledge.
Hi. I hate this fucking desert.
Kicked out already?
No.
Why they get
Chief Sword. I thought I'd have let you in anyway. I suggest.
That's what I'm... You changed a bit, have you, Snotty?
This nigga could come here himself. Why am I here?
Long time no see, eh?
What the hell?
Well, I'm here.
All right, just don't.
Yeah, I promise I won't throw the first punch. That good enough for you?
Go on then.
Much obliged.
This isn't even our first time here. We could pull it 360. Or is it the first time here? Every place in this desert looks different.
So this is Dravosht. Not much going on, is there?
It's a smithing town. When I was a lad, you'd have to shout to be heard over the sound of hammer on anvil. Clive, you're good with people.
Hey, you ain't backing out now, are you?
There's a river of bad blood between me and the chief. But if someone can build me a bridge, then I'll cross it.
All right.
I appreciate it. It'll be near the forge on the hill. It was our mark.
Forge on the hill.
Good luck.
But if we can't fire the forges, how are we going to earn our keep?
Shut your hole.
Mama, why hasn't Papa come back yet?
He's helping the chief with something very important.
Leave me for some.
Hotter! Hotter, damn it! Those miserable flames wouldn't melt butter, let alone iron.
Pardon the intrusion. I'm looking for the chief.
That'd be me.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'll bet it is. Keep the gates closed, I tell him. Well done, Snotty. You're not welcome here. Get out. Before things turn nasty.
Blackthorn's here.
What did you say?
He's traveled a long way to see you.
Yes, has he?
He's waiting. Down by the gates.
Then I suggest you take him with you when you leave.
Didn't you apprentice together?
So what if we did? Fuck! We're getting nowhere! These bearers' flames are next to bloody useless!
We're never going to be able to fire up the forges unless we can find some new crystals.
I'm a busy man, as you can see, so do me a favor and piss off. Oh, and if you're struggling to find your way out, ask Blackthorn. That prick knows exactly where the exit is. He's not wanted here, and neither are you.
Oh no.
All right. I'm going.
Bye. Adios, amigo.
Let me guess.
As a personal favor to him, yes.
Alright, cutscene. Not a cutscene.
Well, at least...
There'll be no talking him round.
Which is what exactly? If we're to help, what turned the village?
I left. Dravost. Zoltan. The burden of leadership our dying master dropped in our laps. There are two kinds of smiths in this world, you see. My kind, who are in it for the love of the craft, who labour on a single piece from dawn to dusk to get it just right. And the other kind, who are in it for different reasons. People like Zoltan, whose work is quick and cheap. The kind of smiths who shit out a few hundred blades, reap the profit, and divvy it out among themselves. There wasn't a single day we weren't at each other's throats. And bit by bit, people started taking sides. You would have torn Dravost in half had it gone on. So, I left.
You didn't have to do that.
Zoltan's a better chief than I would have been. His way of doing things kept food on people's tables. Dravost prospered without me and my lofty ideals getting in the road. Until the crystals run out at any rate. Without magic to fire the furnaces, this place is as good as dead.
It depends on how you look at it, though. There's got to be other ways of making fire. We manage it in the Deadlands.
Thanks to Sid's ingenuity, yeah. He saw all of this coming. Knew crystals were the problem, not the solution. And spent years coming up with ways of doing without.
You know what I mean, though, right? Where there's a will, there's a way. What I'm trying to say is that it's not your fault. You couldn't have predicted this.
It doesn't matter whose fault it is. I don't want to be the greatest smith alive just because I happen to be the last. Clive. Dravost won't last long without his furnaces. So, do you think it's time we shared Sid's bellows with the world? The way I see it, it's your decision to make.
Hold on, Blackthorn. Sid made those things for us. They give us an edge over the rest. And you'd be throwing it away.
Me and his accent sounds the same.
Do it. This place was your home. I won't abandon it to its fate. Sid's creations were never meant to be hoarded. It was only ever a matter of time before we shared them. Let this be another step on the road to freeing Valisthea from the prison of the Crystal's blessing. Dravost will show the world that it's possible. Wouldn't you agree, August?
When you put it that way, of course. It's like hearing Sid speak from beyond the grave.
Thank you, Clive.
Shall I go and fetch the plans, then?
I know I'm off by heart. I'll be needing some help, though. Building a furnace isn't exactly a one-man job. Do us a favour and round up anyone strong enough to lug a brick or two with you, August.
All right, then.
And I've got a job for you too, Clive.
Alright,
Finding me some salamander skin.
For some reason, it's like
I need leather for the bellows and nothing else will stand
half the
heat.
people in this game.
Luckily for us, salamanders feed out in the
So
fields of
for some reason,
Garaba.
like half the people in this
Time
game.
for a spot of hunting, man.
There you go.
Hello, 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 Elmo's world. Oh. Oh wait, I've been here. I knew it looked familiar. This was a place that was closed off. Okay, I remember. Yeah, because I remember there were like 3 giant dudes that came in the house right there. That fight was still so cool. And like, so you had to turn this like some giant thing out to fight. I forgot to like potions. I think I should be fine. Great.
Right faster.
You
Let's
are
make
slow.
this quick, shall we?
Language. Oh yeah, I forgot. I said I was gonna die. Okay.
Too slow. Nice try.
Chicken butt. Alright, so I'm gonna put a different thing. Because I didn't think I would like the load up punch.
I did.
Yes. But I do. So we're gonna buy that and max it out. That should be about 8,000. My butt hurts from sitting like this.
That's all.
Yeah.
It's my idea. Wait.
Fuck, man. What convinced you to say this shit? Sorry.
I'll start crying.
Don't stop that. I didn't even raise my voice.
But you did.
No, I didn't.
Are you telling me?
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? Okay, so I'll get rid of this. Wind up.
Say that will be enough for a decent set of bellows.
I'm guessing all these places will eventually go over. This thing's pretty cool. Just chill. I won't kill you unless you get too close. They just have a shit ton of it. They don't really do any big deals. There's no example. I'm just looking around to make sure there's no
Good girl.
Just thinking, because I do not want to come back here. City.
I can walk from here.
There's something there. Is it just you? Oh, this is a bounty. Okay. Either. Hello. Lieutenant Slaughter. Good job.
Once forsaken soul, eh? Only those who have nothing. Show it to your pockets. That's a loud fat.
Continue to stick.
A deserter turned outlaw. We were more similar than he knew. Let's go.
Fly, Ambrosia.
do, girl.
What's this all about then?
Don't know. Some kind of...
Any trouble finding the skin?
Nothing I couldn't handle.
There should be plenty. Right then, time to put these louds to work. If everyone pulls their weight, we'll be finished in no time.
Well, I'll be damned. I honestly didn't think it'd work. But it's hot enough, all right. And without a single crystal in sight.
You know what this means, don't you?
I do, yeah. Dravost is saved.
Sorry about earlier. I take back everything I said. That thing you've built us is an honest-to-God's marvel. You've saved our village.
It's Blackthorn you should be thanking. He oversaw the construction.
Give this to him, would you?
What is it?
Pit Coal's cinders. After he left, I spent years trying to eke the most out of our forges. That there was my answer. Chuck it in the fire, and your forge will burn hotter for longer, which will do wonders for your steel. Our secret for yours. Only fair. I've always envied Blackthorn. Since the day I became chief, I spent every spare moment trying to match up to the bastard. No amount of sleepless nights at the anvil will ever bridge that gap, though. He's a genius. Plain and simple. The man Dravost needed. But he took all his talent and left. Gifted and free. Is it any wonder I hate his guts?
The cinders would mean more coming from you.
I need to forgive him first. And that's not gonna happen.
Well, you know what they say. Oriflamme weren't built in a day and all that. These things take time. Especially when they involve two geezers who hold grudges tighter than their hammers. But what matters is, Blackthorn's got that twinkle back in his eye. And I'd call that a job well done.
So would I.
I reckon he's going to be at it a while yet, though, so why don't you head off without us? I'll see that the old git gets home safe and sound.
See that you both do. I'll save the cinders till then.
All right. It'll be a nice little surprise for him.
Gentlemen, I see you both made it home in one piece.
Yeah, well, we didn't want to outstay our welcome. The whole village turned out for a go on the bellows after you left. Everyone except Zoltan has. Didn't see hide nor hair of him.
Oh, but that reminds me. I have something for you.
Pico Cinder? How'd you come by this? And you're sure he wanted me to have it?
I'm sure. He didn't say so, but I think he wants to forgive you.
Huh. Imagine that. Yeah. You know I could never leave this place, don't you? Every time you put on mail, you and the Curse Breakers are trusting me with your lives. There's no greater honor for a smith than that. I'm not about to go crawling back to Zoltan for forgiveness, but I will make good use of his cinder. And if that helps save even a single life, then he'll have my gratitude. What was it you said he called me? Huh? A genius? And he spent sleepless night trying to copy me, did he? Sounds like I better get to work. I've got a reputation to uphold.
It's good to see you back on form, Blackthorn.
I don't know how you pair put up with me sometimes, but I'm grateful now. Well...
Ain't got the art to tell him how similar they are. Stubborn bastard. You know? No, Black.
Something for you, dear. No scratches, all right? And?
I will not forget this kindness, my lord. I shall go to East...
He's a surly soaker.
Sid! Vic, how... Hi. I'm going to marry... More... That is as... What? Well...
If it's knowledge you seek, we've tomes aplenty to guide you in your search.
Those tomes wouldn't happen to have letters in them, would they?
Let me tell you a story, Clive.
All right.
Them rumours wet legs were spreading. Might be they weren't just tales plucked out of thin air. You see, there were a time when I weren't too particular about who I sold steel to, so long as they paid me the right price. Some women lust after blood, others after flesh, but me, I were always one for gold. And to satisfy that lust, I sold to opposing armies, stabbed my every client in the back, made myself the most hated woman in the twins. But then one day I met a man who made me a difference. Said he'd give me access to a realm-wide community of like-minded...
Was that the first time you met Sid?
Aye. He was true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine. And I soon started making the best profits I've seen since taking up the trade. And all without... Told me about his plan to topple the mother crystals, you know. Said that with them gone, the realm would want for all manner of things. An opportunity for the likes of me to mint Gil. Why, I reckon an enterprising individual could find himself the richest dam in the Twins. And that's when he had me. I emptied my stores that day and moved into the Hideaway proper. And the rest, as this, a dozen years on, and I'm still not the richest dam. Not for lack of trying, mind. But I can say that I have never been happier. You've all shown me there are some things more precious than Gil.
That there are.
So don't you go messing it all up, or you'll have me to answer to. Clive, if you're gonna buy something, be quick about it. You'll not find a better price than that. It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that. Is that all?
Cole said it was an army of Akashi. What will happen to Mid and the others? They'll be fine, that's what he said.
She can't kick this.
What's happened?
Tyre's busy working herself into an early grave. I've tried offering to see to him in her stead, but she won't hear of it. Clive, she hasn't left the infirmary in days. She's pushing herself too hard. And if she doesn't rest soon, will you talk to her? Order her to her chambers if that's what it takes. Because if she keeps this up, I fear the Hideaway will be without its best physic.
I know better than to order Tyre to do anything. But I'll speak to her.
Thank you. I pray you have better luck than I did.
Well, Tyre, Rodriguez's worried about you. And if what he says is true, then so am I. We all admire your dedication, but you do need to rest.
I will, when it's time. Until then, I'm staying put. We owe him that much.
Who is he?
Someone from my past. Someone who doesn't deserve to die alone. It won't be much longer. The crystal's curse has almost finished its work. If I had the tears, I could ease his passing. But without them, we've nothing that will touch the
How would tears?
Not my tears. Tears of mercy.
You wouldn't, Tyre. Surely. There must be something.
Sometimes an easy death is the greatest kindness we can offer. You do well to remember that, Rodrigue.
We have all the ingredients we need for Alicia Balwam. It needs to be fresh, though, so we rarely have much to hand. I can make the draft if you could...
Just tell me what...
There is a Bring me one, I'll make sure.
Thank you, Clive. I won't forget this.
few rooms going spare now. You want a bed for the night? Speak to Martha. Not here. definitely anything but ordinary. Now, let's get this vine back to the yard. Rodriguez could have mentioned his spiders would be the size of barrels. Hopefully one won't be enough. Rodriguez will have prepared the other... Is it...
Yeah, I'm lost.
How are you feeling?
Light, mid-here. Drifting on waves.
Good. Just relax. Let the waves carry you to a better place.
Thank you, Daya. I'm so proud of
He's gone. Thank you. And you, Clive?
I'll see that he's properly laid to rest.
The man you helped today was my mentor, back in the Southern Isles, on the front lines of some meaningless war. I was still a child when they shipped me to their triage tents, to treat the wounded with my gift. But in such blighted lands, I was next to useless. Until he taught me the true physicker's art, that is...
An art we would be lost.
Tears of mercy were his gift to the bearers of the world. A respite from the agony of the curse's end.
And
You know as well as I what life is like for a bearer soldier. Marched from one battle to the next, never knowing which might be your last. A commander may care nothing for the bearer spent in his service. But my mentor's gift gave the dying one fleeting moment of tranquility before the end. I've no tears left, Clive. I've seen too many of my friends taken. Something needs to change. And we need to be the ones to change it.
And we will.
I hope so.
Cole said it was an army of Akashic. What will happen to Mid and the others? They'll be fine as he's a surly soaker.
Sid, I can't help but notice that your satchel is twitching in a most...
Here. It's your problem now.
What an amazing... It's just as I hoped. Witness how the Morganbeards have taken to the blighted soil. How they bloom with heretofore unseen vigor. Why, I dare say such a vine graft would yield similar results when applied to other specimens as well.
I'm glad I could be of assistance.
You've not only helped us, Sid, you've saved us. Do you recall the extract with which I provided you before? I took a moment to distill some more, but this time with the petals from the invigorated Morganbeards. And would you believe? Its potency has nearly doubled. You must accept this vial as thanks for your assistance. The rest, I shall give to Taya.
right, Clive. My dad had it all worked out.
He'd be proud of you, Mid. His writings may have helped, but this achievement is all yours. Can we catch them?
The Iron Yard's one of the largest, fastest vessels ever built. And it won't help she has the wind at her back. Any other ship would be hard-pressed to keep pace with her, let alone reel her in. But this isn't any other ship. This is the Enterprise! And the world's never seen anything like my dad's engine.
It certainly hasn't.
Clive, what do you know of Barnabas Tharm?
Only what the bards sing. That he sailed to Ash from southern lands. That it was his mastery of the blade which won him the throne. And that his sword, Odin's sword, can sever the very threads of creation. But don't lose any sleep over a last tilt. We'll do what we must to survive.
What we must?
The light! I thought this cove was meant to be hidden.
Mid! Company!
Hey?
We'll hold them off until the ship is ready. But hurry!
Bullets! All hands! Man your stations!
Everyone with me? Here they come!
Mid needs every moment we can give her.
How are we doing, Mid?
I thought you said that ship was fast! I haven't felt this alive in 20 summers! Come on, then! Which of you lot fancies meeting Ogre Killer Gases? I thought it was called Heartbreaker.
Sounds like the conflict you carried. Without the pay, and I'm standing backwards, Fred.
Too slow. was easy enough.
All right, you lousy lot. Get your asses on board. She's ready to sail.
You heard the captain?
Clive?
But I thought he was...
Confounded. Then it is as I feared. Sleipnir is no man, but a creation of Odin.
Phoenix's fiery fundament. Have you no normal enemies?
Up for another round?
Of course we are. Right, Lord Rosfield? My boy, there was a time people called me the Executioner. Those are my eyes. No matter, heads will roll all the same.
Mate, new plan! You leave, we follow!
Follow? Swimming, are you? Oh, bugger me! Weigh anchor! Engine's dead slow ahead!
Have care, my friends. 'Tis not blood that runs through an Eddie's veins. These foes will not fall easily.
But they will fall. Like oaks before a woodman's axe. Good thing I brought one!
How long are we meant to keep this up? As long as it takes. Unless you have a better idea. Well, I've already killed at least 5 of the bastards. Fuck it. Let's do the lot.
Should we make for the ship?
Not yet. Wait for my signal.
In your own time, Clive!
What do you want?
That's quite a mess you've made. And wholly unnecessary. You are my offering to Mythos. I would not see you damaged.
Now back to your stations! Every bell spent treading water puts another league between us and the galleon.
I don't suppose Mid has a spare engine? Since you rose from the grave, my fortunes have plummeted. Are you absolutely certain of this quest of yours, Clive? The foes you face are as terrible as they are numerous.
Aye. And they'd have us live and die on their terms, which should answer your question.
Ah. You have that same stubborn look as your father did when he set his mind to something. On the battlefield, I am but a single axe. A deadly one, mind, but a single one nonetheless. Yet what you require is 1,000, and I believe my old friend in Brandalar can provide them. Take care, Clive. I have many more tales of your father's exploits to share. And I cannot very well do that if you're dead. Again.
Good luck, Uncle. And may fair winds attend you.
As for you, Joshua, take care.
I shall do my best, Uncle.
Farewell, my nephews. When next you see me, it shall be with an army at my back. Cheerio! Oh, yeah. Do keep up, my boy.
Well, you can't have him showing us up now, can we?
We would never hear the end of it.
Rigor of mercy. All this. What have I done?
My lord.
between here and Helloooo. But any ship heading north has to round Zemeckis and put through the Narrow. Maintain our current bearing north-northeast, and we'll catch the Black Galleon before she vanishes again.
What's to prevent her from circling around Ash from the south?
With these winds in those waters, it'd take 'em forever and a fortnight to reach Stonehere.
Mid knows what she's talking about, Clive. Better than any of us lot, anyway. I say we do as she tells.
Sails on the horizon.
She's ours. Look alive, boys! Pull ahead! And keep those furnaces fed!
Aye, aye!
Do you feel that,
Jill?
All hands! Battle stations! Let's see what this girl can do.
Where one leads, so does the other follow. The bond of consciousness which joins them condemning both to the same fate. Yet by every attempt to strike it from their hearts, serves only to tighten its hold. Fascinating. But then, there is naught my blade cannot sever.
Great Grigo's gosh!
One of us.
Hard a port! Heads down, you brutes! And brace for impact!
It's now or never.
I'll find her.
Bloody hell! How to stop it!
Where did you hide her, Barnabas?
of you.
Let's the suckers!
Who will steer the ship?
Nice try. She must be here somewhere. This may take a while.
And only one.
Jill!
You came.
Get back.
Clive, how did you...
I'll explain later. Hands. Can you walk?
Out of here I can.
Stand still!
Phoenix. Are you not the dominant of fire? I see naught before me but a guttering flame.
in earnest then.
You go on.
I think so. But to where?
What did you do to Joshua?
The Phoenix? Oh, I expect he will survive. This consciousness in which you coil your feeble souls is grown thick with desperation. And thus has my master turned to my blade. The world will soon be painted in black. And all that live shall gather in death's autumn wake.
Not if we remove the cause of this misery. Not if we destroy the last of the Mother Crystals and restore balance to the world.
Come. Do you truly think it's so simple? The blight is inevitable. Not even the Almighty might stop its endless march. Your efforts will avail us naught. Naught, that is, but suffering. You must embrace the truth, Mythos. Accept your place with the Lord.
Keep it. As long as there's a chance, there's a choice.
Ever led astray by your blind resolve. Now, it is time you learn the inevitability of your divine fate. However much it may hurt.
Get as far away as you can.
Clive, no.
Trust me, Jill.
We don't have to do this.
Oh, but we do. If only to remind you of your duty.
short time since our last meeting, you have grown much. Yet as a vessel, I fear my lord will still find you lacking. All this fire and fury, and for what? Stopping the blight. A foolish notion fed to you by a foolish man.
How dare you?
You know naught of this world, nor of our place in it. If our fates were so easily rewritten, we would all be gods. I've seen enough. If reason cannot sway you, there are other means of persuasion that might. You've been given. And thus is the light of hope severed. You would yield so soon.
Never.
Clive!
See, your iron will weighs you down, dragging you ever further from your purpose.
And what is my purpose?
Mythos. Who are we? What are the dominants? The breath of the Creator still warm on our lips. We carry his light that we might guide the masses in his name. We are but mighty acts of God.
We are more than that.
You would be nothing without what he has granted you. The power we wield is his, and yet every time we draw upon it, it wears away at our very being. It breaks us, it unmakes us, that its immaculate aspect might reveal itself. The icon. It is too much for even his chosen few. Apart from you, Mythos, you wield the might of many, yet your body does not answer for its avarice.
What are you saying?
What I am saying is that we dominants are a means to an end. We were created for you, that you might drink deep of our strength and thereby fulfill your divine purpose.
Which is?
To feed. As you would know, could you only look beyond the walls of your prison of self-regard. As long as you choose to ignore this, You shall never penetrate my defenses. Still, you may take solace in the fact that you are not alone in your plight. The chains of volition shackle all of mankind, but there is yet cause to rejoice. For the Lord, in his mercy, has taken pity on his flawed creations, and shall see them restored to their proper forms.
And what exactly would that be?
Why, loyal servants to God. No.
Manners, Lord Rosfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
You mean to turn everyone Akashic?
Not turn, Mythos. Turn back. For too long has mankind been led astray by their clamorous wills. It is time they return to a world of quiet equality, where they might once more know salvation.
Salvation? And abandon everything we hold dear?
We don't need your salvation. We'll save ourselves, and we'll do it on our own terms. Not yours, and not your gods.
With every defiant expression of your will, the tighter the chains of consciousness become. But perhaps that fact may be put to use.
Clive!
The faster it binds you to the remaining dominance, the stronger your hunger will become. Until it leads you back to the only answer there ever was. Mayhap not by the path my master intended, but back all the same.
Ash is not far. I could freeze a path.
You're in no fit state.
Probably not, but I can try. Don't look back! The others are safe.
The Enterprise was clear of the gap when we fell. They made it, Jill. And they will have seen the ice, where it led. We need only wait till dawn. This is the second time Barnabas has bested me. I'm powerless against him.
And maybe there really is nothing else for it but to give yourself to his master. Only you won't do that. The Clive I know would never do that.
So you believe? But do you really know me? If what Barnabas said was true, then I'm more monster than man. And each time I summon the flames from within, I burn away the things that make me who I am.
Do you, though? Think of what you've used that power for. Of all the people you've saved. It doesn't matter how or by whom it was granted, only how you choose to use it. And you've chosen to use it for good, haven't you?
I've also used it to kill. What if that's my purpose? What if it's all I'm good for?
You're still that same boy I grew up with. Always so eager to save everyone around you, and yet always so low. Because you failed to realize the one thing that needed saving most of all. You, Clive. You. You never once took the time to save yourself.
Myself. I think I might be beyond saving.
No one is beyond saving, provided they want to be saved. You fight to survive. And you survive so that you may protect those you love. It's what you do. What you've always done. And I know you're not about to change. So I'm going to help you. To give you what you need to protect us all.
Jill. Are you sure? If this is what you want, then...
Don't worry, Clive. It is. This burden, I'll give you the strength to bear it alone.
But I'm not alone. These burdens I carry, my sins, my pain, my sorrow, I see now that they are all a part of me. If I'm to continue on, having pledged my life to those I love, then I will gladly bear your burdens too, until my last breath.
Clive.
I promise you, Jill, we will find a way to escape this fate. Find a way to save each other.
Promise you Clive. That I will be there, no matter what you must become.
I know. I never thought a smile could bring me so much joy.
What of Barnabas? Do we pursue him?
No. Our paths will cross again soon enough. Whether we like it or not. Besides, there is something we must do first.
Of course. Drake's spine. The last Mother Crystal.
The Einherjar is at the bottom of the sea. Helloooo won't dare move on Storm without her. But they know we're coming now. We'll need a plan. And a damn good one at that.
Then let's go home and find one. Ash will have to wait.
Mid says Odin split the sea in two. She's always been partial to a tall tale. But there's tall, and then there's tall.
I struggle to believe it myself.
I see your uncle isn't with you.
He stayed with the Enterprise. After our brush with the Einherjar, she was in urgent need of repair. And my uncle knows a shipwright in Randalar. We're to join him there when we're ready to sail for Ash.
You sure that's wise? Last I heard, the place was still overrun with Akashic.
Show me a city where that isn't true. Ultima's plague is spreading.
We're running out of time, aren't we? We've done our best to shore up their hideaway. But I doubt a few planks will stop what's coming. Still, we'll keep at it. Every little helps, I suppose.
Let's hope so. I should visit Joshua, assuming Talia will allow it.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of perfume nuts and all.
Yep. So, will it be? No scratches, right?
And?
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Anything catch your eye?
Ah, Clive, I was just about to send for you. I'd like you to take something to Sir Wade up in Eastpool. Seeds for planting. Thought it was about time they started growing their own food. I'll keep providing them with whatever they need in the meantime, but if Eastpool's going to survive, it's got to be able to fend for itself. As of those, they've lived their whole lives in servitude, but now they're their own masters. Small wonder they ain't got the foggiest how to provide for themselves. So it's up to us to teach them. And if you're wondering why you, well, the Wagoneers taking supplies up that way have been coming back with more and more reports of Akashic around the village of late. Sir Wade's putting a brave face on it, but I think even he's starting to worry. And if he's likely to share those concerns with anyone, it's you.
All right.
Thanks. Wouldn't ask it there. That should be enough to keep him in Gazal Greens for a few years at least.
Gazal Greens?
Not the most mouth-watering crop, I'll admit. But they're hardy, they grow fast, and they fill a hole. Better that than something that'll wither away at first frost. And chocobos love 'em too, which is no small thing. When I say all of us need to pull together to get Eastpool back on its feet, I mean all of us. They ain't exactly succulent, but cook 'em right, and they're just about bearable.
I'll take your word for it.
Anyway, Sir Wade'll know what to do with them. And if he don't, well, I'll go up there and show him myself.
I'm sure you will.
I'll build a barricade so sturdy, even abandoned.
Can hardly make out a bloomin' thing. All for a sunny day.
Lord Rossfield, what brings you to Eastpool?
A delivery from Martha.
These are Gizal green seeds. Martha's keen to cut the apron strings, then, is she? I jest, of course. You see, I had thought we might be able to revive the old wheat fields, but they'd long since gone to seed, only without the seeds.
Martha was hoping you might be able to show the bearers how to plant and tend these, so that they'll be able to fend for themselves.
That's not a bad idea. These bearers had only recently escaped their bonds before we brought them here. They know little of freedom, of providing for themselves and their loved ones. Unless we teach them how to live like free men, I fear that all we have achieved in bringing them here is to exchange one master for another. Not that myself and the Guardians have been the best example to them so far, subsisting almost entirely on Martha's charity as we do. It's about time we all started to provide for ourselves, bearers and Guardians alike. Unfortunately, we've been a little too busy of late to focus on much besides bolstering our defenses. There have been alarming reports of...
The Horde is closing in. They're coming, so wait, all of them.
Damn it all, I thought we'd have more time. Gather the men in the square. Send to the rest for reinforcements.
Yes, Sir Wade.
The Horde.
A Kashek, a veritable legion of them. They've been seen prowling around the northern reaches for a while now. We don't have the numbers to hold back a swarm that size. I had hoped to build a perimeter wall so that myself and the Guardians might be able to defend the village, but...
Now you're out of time.
Precisely. If reinforcements from the rest arrive before they do, we may just scrape through, but I fear that's rather an enormous if.
What if you could call on reinforcements from Eastpool?
You mean the bearers? We brought them here so they might live, not die, fighting for their lives.
So wait. You said you lack men to defend the village. Are the bearers not men? Do they not wish to see Eastpool saved? Though they may not be trained soldiers like your Guardians, what help they are able to offer could still prove the difference between victory and defeat.
You're right, my lord. I will appeal to them. My friends, I humbly beg your aid. We Guardians are few and our enemies many. But I swear we can defeat them with you at our side.
You would send us to the slaughter, to serve as bait for those fiends so that you and your men might be spared. And to think we trusted you. Say what you will, a home is not worth dying for.
But it is worth fighting for. Sir Wade fights to give you lot a chance. Just like I do. Just like Sid does. We all wanted to give you a home where you could be free. And you got one, didn't you? This place, Eastpool. This is your village. Your home. And if you don't fight to protect what's yours, you'll lose it. You know I'm right. This world wants to take everything from you. Everything. Your homes, your freedom, your very lives. So then, are you going to stand by and let that happen to you? Are you going to accept fate like good little Bran did and die, having never stood up for yourselves? Or will you fight like free men and women?
give me a sword. I never dreamt I'd have a home of my own. And now that I have, I don't want to lose it. I will protect what's mine, or die trying.
We all will. Free men and women, fighting together.
Right?
For Eastpool!
For Eastpool!
Thank you, Martha.
Don't mention it. Just promise me one thing. That you'll show them how freeborn fight.
Gladly.
Well, if it was numbers you were lacking, you certainly won't be now.
Thanks to you.
Me? Oh, I just love the sound of my own voice.
Lord Rosfield, my lady, we're ready.
So what's the plan of action?
We'll divide our forces into several small detachments, each made up of guardians, bearers, and guards from the rest. These will position themselves at strategic points around the village. Upon engaging with the Akashic, each detachment will keep the creatures occupied as best they can, steadily retreating all the while.
You're going to lure them into the village?
I am. We will have neither the time nor the resources to treat the wounded, so injuries must be avoided at all costs. Instead, we will focus purely on defense at first. By coordinating our withdrawal through the use of messengers drawn from among the bearers, we will aim to have the swarm converge at a point of our choosing. With luck, that point will be the village square, the perfect place for our most able warriors to surround them and fall upon them, and for you and I to finish them off.
The sound...
Then you know we worked each shielding the other that no man might fall. That for Rosaria! We've no time to argue, my lord. I'll do as you ask.
And I will do as you ask.
Suppose we'd better do our bit too then, eh?
Right you are, Martha.
The calm before the storm. And here it comes. Not let this village fall. Looks like that's the last of them.
Lord Rossfield! Change of plan!
What is it?
Owl from the rest. An Akashic curl's been sighted on Rhiannon's ride and is headed in their direction.
Well, the better half of her guard is here. So wait, how many Akashic remain in Eastpool?
Hard to say. My men are still facing some resistance, but I think the worst is behind us. I could order a detachment or two to fall back and...
No. Let them finish the job. You stay here too, Sir Wade. Your men need you. I'll go after the Curl. Join me only when Eastpool is won.
If you're sure, my lord. May the Founder protect you.
Next one's mine. I might not know one end of a sword from the other, but I can roast the bastard.
There it is. With me, Torgal. All right. Back to Eastpool.
Lord Rossfield, the Curl, is it?
It's dead.
Thank the Founder for that. And for you, my lord. We were able to eradicate the rest of the Horde. I have guardians posted around the village to keep watch for further attacks, but all seems quiet for now. I hesitate to say it, but I think it might be over.
I think it might.
We did it. We saved Eastpool. Thank you, my friends. Thank you.
No, Sir Wade. It's us who should be thanking you. You brought us together. Showed us what it means to fight for what you hold dear.
We have to...
And we shall. This is our...
They'll have us to answer to.
Come on, then. Let's get to work.
This village isn't gonna rebuild itself.
They're not slaves anymore.
No. They're Rosarians. Your father took pity on the bearer's plight, and I believe if he were still with us today, this is what he would have wanted.
I believe you might be right.
I shall remain here, my lord, and do what I can to help rebuild the village. After all, this is my home now too, and I could hardly call myself an East Poolian if I didn't pull my weight.
I think you'll find it's East Pudlian, Sir Wade. But you should be proud all the same. I'll have to pull my weight too. Can't have the rest getting outclassed. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back.
Can we continue to count on your support, Martha?
Of course, and I'd be counting on yours too. Us Rosarians have got to stick together, haven't we?
Indeed we have.
And Clive, come by the Golden Stables when you get the chance. I ain't paid you for delivering them seeds yet.
All right. I will.
Lord Rossfield, do you remember our very first mission together? Clearing the goblins from the Stillwind marshes?
How could I forget?
There's one sight that I shall never forget. You, facing off against that giant Morble. Not a trace of fear on your face. Since that day, there have been more than a few times when I felt like giving up. When the odds seemed so stacked in the enemy's favor, I thought I may as well just lay down my sword and surrender. But every time, I would think back to the look in your eyes that day and remember what it means to be a shield. Know that whatever trials Eastpool may face, I shall never lose courage. Thanks to you.
So Wade, you have always been a true shield. I know that Eastpool, and indeed all of Rosaria, will be safe in your hands.
Thank you, my lord. I know the rest of the world will be safe in yours.
I'll do my best.
The hero returns. It's lucky you came by when you did, eh? Not only did my seeds get delivered, but you went and saved Eastpool and all.
I just did what I could.
And it's only right that you get rewarded for it. Take it before I change my mind.
Thank you, Martha.
So, Eastpool's finally back on its feet again. And a home to free bearers. Who'd have thought we'd see the day, eh?
Well, it was your idea.
I know that, but I never stopped to think what it would mean. Bearers in charge of themselves, thinking for themselves, working for themselves. Like your hideaway, but not even hidden away. Though I suppose the rest ain't much different nowadays. You know, bearers living free like that reminds me of when I first met Sid. Loath as I am to recall that particular day.
I take it you didn't always see eye to eye. What happened?
Well, if you really want to know, I started doing what I do long before I met Sid. In fact, that's how I met him. Or at least how he came to meet me. He showed up at the stables one day, asking questions about who'd been buying up bearers. Founder knows what he thought I was doing with them. Running a hunt, poking around in their innards. Something awful, anyway. Me, I thought he was a new constable. Thought the game was up. But somehow we both managed to work out what each other was about. And before I knew it, the cheeky arse was rattling on at me about how I was doing it all wrong. After all my hard work. Told me I was giving them relief, but not freedom. That my bearers were still dying as slaves. Got right under my skin, it did. Told him if he didn't like it, he could bugger off and report me to the garrison. And do you know what he did? He smiled. And then he laughed. And then I did the same. We made a pact that day, that whenever one of us was in need, the other would always be there for him.
And you were?
Well, we both wanted the same thing. To make life better for bearers. Just like your dad. Do you know I was born right around the time Elwyn became Archduke? Growing up, I saw how he tried to change things. He certainly didn't lack for ambition, that one.
Indeed. But the loftier one's ambitions, the harder they are to achieve. Which is why those of us who follow in their footsteps need to finish what people like Sid and my father started.
Suppose you're right, aye. And if we don't manage it, there's always them who come after us. Good thing we've got a few half-decent sorts waiting in the wings, eh? It's almost enough to give you a little bit of hope.
Just a little.
Anyway, enough nattering. Better get back to work. Let's see about making everyone some dinner, shall we? The least the folks who saved Eastpool deserve is a hot meal. And you and me ain't gonna save the world on an empty stomach neither.
That sounds like a wonderful idea.